workers of the Ghana Grid Company, GRIDCo, are warning of more power outages if government fails to address the debt situation of the power transmitter. According to them, the huge debt is negatively affecting operations of the company as well as staff welfare. They told JoyNews at the celebration of Workers' Day in Koforidua that the state power transmitter is on the verge of collapse due to huge debt owed them by PDS, VALCO, and other state institutions.
The placard does not mean that we are intimidating anybody, but we want government and as well as matter of fact, the state should know that we are in debt. We are dying. GRIDCo is going down. Let me tell you, ECG is owing about 600 million Ghana cedis. VALCO is owing about $28 million. All these debts is impeding GRIDCo not to develop. As I'm telling you now, 70% of our load shedding is coming for technical issues. It's coming for technical issues. I'm telling you that ECG is taking about 65% of load transmitted, and all these debts are not paid. I'm not a doomsayer, but if any line trip, we don't have any insulator to change.
They are very serious issues, and I think the government should take a closer look at it. When you look at our cash inflows and then our expenditures, look, we are not even able to satisfy our wage bill. How much more satisfying issues that has to do with our allowances and the rest?
So, ranking member of Parliament's Mines and Energy Committee, Adam Mutawakilu, has in recent times spoken about how GRIDCo's financial challenges have affected efficient power supply. He joins us on the line. Good morning. Thanks for your time, Mr. Mutawakilu.
Yeah, good morning, Benny.
You must be feeling justified by this from the staff of GRIDCo.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning to our cherished listeners. Yeah, it's a clear vindication of the minority. As we've indicated this issue earlier on, emphasize it over and over again, but the government continue to deny the challenges that GRIDCo is going through and tend to blame it on technical issues. I think now GRIDCo is the staff of GRIDCo has come out openly. I urge government to, as a matter of fixing the financial challenges that these state-owned enterprises in the power sector are going through. GRIDCo has been suffering since MPP came to power, and now the man in charge, do not care what these agencies are going through. After President Mama has given him ESLA, that is the rate averagely about 3 billion Ghana cedis to the ESLA fund. And I don't know why GRIDCo has to go through this. Let me tell you, in 2018, GRIDCo could not carry out regular maintenance of their transmission line just because there's no money. They couldn't recruit any qualified staff or any other staff because there's no money. Meanwhile, people are going on retirement. And it is a clear manifestation of the incompetence of the Nana Akufo-Addo government and their unwillingness to take those steps to resolve these financial challenges facing the energy sector agency.
Mr. Mutawakilu, you sit on the Energy Committee in Parliament, and I'm sure for many Ghanaians, they don't want the usual NPP, NDC back and forth on this. You have a committee in Parliament. Has any plan to settle this debt come to your table?
The issue of this has come up several times. And as minority in the committee, it is our responsibility to draw government's attention and to let Ghanaians know the true state of these energy sector agencies. And that is what we have done over time. But government having control over the resources and being those implementing policy have continuously refused to accept the constructive criticism from the minority in the committee. This is a known fact to the committee. We have made several attempts, but government is not willing. And until these agencies collapse, government is not willing to take any action. And that is why we are experiencing doomsday when all indicators show that we shouldn't have doomsday at this point in time. Because we have enough installed capacity, we have the fuel, but when there is no money and you are not solving it, you will continue to experience this doomsday.
Hello, Mr. Motakilu.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so back to the solution. I mean, what should we be doing now? Because I'm sure a lot of people dread another period of erratic power supply. What's the way out of this?
The first and foremost is for government to apply the ESLA as required. You can't take 600 million Ghana cedis of money meant to solve the energy sector challenges to pay pension arrears. That is misapplication of funds. And we expect the Ghana President now to apply the ESLA money where it is required. 2, he must review and look at whether the tariff amount he has placed propaganda with the tariff or not. He must come out and let us know. Because most of the agencies indicate that the tariff is one of the issues that is crippling them. But the president said, no, there should be reduction in tariff. And now there are challenges. So he has to come and tell us the magic he has to know that a reduction that he did was what will make the power sector agency survive. So these are issues he has to address. As minority, we don't have that executive power to take any decision. But we can criticize and let Ghanaians know that the bold decision taken by President Mahama to ensure that we fix the energy sector once and for all have been derailed by Nana Akufo-Addo. And we don't think that is the best way to go. We currently, from 2017 to date, we've accumulated a debt of more than 2 billion. Meanwhile, as of 2016, legacy debt from 92 to 2016 was $2.4 billion. He criticized President Mahama and he was coming to solve it. Today, he alone, within 2 years, has accumulated almost $2 billion of debt in the energy sector. And look at the challenges we are facing. President Akufo-Addo has failed Ghanaians and has failed Ghana and need not be re-elected in 2020.
Mr. Motakilu.
Yes.
We may have to end it here, but I'm sure a lot of people aren't satisfied. We definitely need more answers. Our efforts to reach the Energy Ministry have not been successful, but we know that we will try and get you a response from government on this issue. GRIDCo is disturbed that their debt issues would affect power supply in the coming days. We've got our fingers crossed on this, and we'll let you know what government's response will be to that. Earlier you heard Adam Mutawakilu. He is ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee.